Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Huntsville with Tim Knox and
Kim Savage.
Yeah, Kim Savage. How are you, Kim Savage?
I'm well. How are you?
Your name always reminds me of like a secret agent or something.
Well, I am a
Kim
secret agent.
Savage.
I am
like-
undercover as a real estate agent.
How's that working out for you?
Well, I can tell you, but I have to kill you.
Yeah, well, there is that. So, hey, hope you're having a great week. Welcome back in. This is the show. We come to you every week and we talk about what's going on here in the city of Huntsville, talk a little bit about real estate, fun things to do, and just all kinds of stuff going on. So what's been happening with you, Miss Savage?
Well,
Agent Savage?
Hereby known as Agent Savage. Now, my cover is blown.
What was Jethro Bodine's, he was Agent Not?
I don't know
Instead
who
of
that
double.
is. Oh, no.
Did you hear that? Did you ever hear of a little show called the Beverly Hillbillies?
I have heard of the Beverly
There was a
Hillbillies.
character on there named Jethro Bodine.
Okay.
And Jethro wanted to be a secret agent because he
know
saw a James Bond movie. And
Really?
other than being 007, he was a double naught spy.
Okay, so the Beverly Hillbillies, just
Do you
now
remember the
we're
Beverly
going to talk
Hillbillies?
about the Beverly Hillbillies for a significant amount of time, apparently. So that was like in early 80s? Was that like early 80s?
Beverly Hillbillies was late 60s.
Oh.
It was on when I was a wee lad.
Okay.
But,
I remember the show, I just don't really remember watching
Well,
it.
I forget how young you are.
Well, that's true.
I have a cat in my throat, but yeah, and you don't remember Beverly Hillbillies, it was about the same time as Bewitched.
I did watch Bewitched.
Okay, so same kind of time frame. Beverly Hillbillies, it was on the air for like 10 years. Uncle Jed, Granny, Ellie Mae,
Yeah, I
Mr.
remember
Drysdale,
all the characters. I
Miss
guess I
Jane.
just never really watched it.
Well.
I was busy watching Bewitched and, Fantasy Island and Love Boat, things like that.
Okay, all right. Gilligan's Island, were you a
Oh,
fan?
yeah,
You're a
Gilligan's
bit
Island.
Marianne-ish.
I am a little bit Marianne, but I'm a little bit ginger too.
Well, we're not going to go into that. But anyway, so what's going on with you?
Well, let's see. My daughter, we were talking about, kids earlier, what our
We
kids
were.
are up
Talk
to. We
about
talk
them a
about our
lot.
kids a lot because we're a very family-oriented sort of business
Mm-hmm,
around here. So we always talk about kids and family. But my daughter is working on Cats.
The musical?
The musical.
Not cats, not literally cats.
Not working on cats.
She's
but
studying to be a
she's
vet.
studying to be a cat. She's studying to be a cat for her role in Cats the Musical.
Wow, which the high school is putting
It's
on, I would
Huntsville
assume.
High. It's Huntsville High. They do a fantastic job with
Yeah?
their musicals. All the high schools around here, though, I think have wonderful theater
They really do.
programs.
Bob Jones has an amazing theater program.
Yeah, so we are at Huntsville High. I mean, this girl, these kids are working. I mean, she will get home at 10 o'clock at night
Yeah.
from rehearsals and
Wow.
choreography.
And does she
a
have a
lot.
name part, or is she like cat
she
number
does
3?
have a named cat that she is. It's actually Bill Bailey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever seen the musical Cats.
I have seen the musical
There was like a
Cats.
big song from it though.
There's lots of songs.
Midnight, right?
Something like that, I
See?
think.
I've got a mind full of junk. I keep saying it. So is your daughter musical?
Yes, she is very musical. She has a beautiful voice. She's very talented
Wow.
theatrically.
And
Just
so
doesn't
she-
get that from me at all.
You're not musical at all? I hear you singing in the bathroom sometime. Like, is that a cat? Or is that Kim?
It sounds like a cat. Maybe I should audition for
I'm like,
Cats.
we really have to stop skinning cats here, and then it's just Kim.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that she has the talent to do that, but it's a lot of work.
It is so much work, and I just wanted to give a shout out to the Huntsville High, theater workers. There's lots of volunteers. They have amazing teachers there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are interested in a great musical, local, it starts April 15th through the 22nd.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
So just go to the Huntsville High website.
Has she been in any other musicals?
She was in Anastasia last year,
Okay.
and then she did, there's something here that's wonderful also called Children's Fantasy Playhouse.
My grandson Archer is in that.
There you go. It's a wonderful, both my girls started very young with that. Harper tended to be the one who was more theatrically
Yeah.
inclined. Now my other daughter, Hunter, is theatrically inclined, but just not on stage.
Oh, she's kind of behind the scenes.
She's more behind the scenes
That's
theatrical.
funny. That's funny. Yeah, Archer is in Fantasy Playhouse. In fact,
Yeah.
he can do a cat.
Really?
Meow.
Ah, very talented.
Very talented
the
young
Knox
man.
talent right there.
It knows no bounds.
It
You
knows
know, I
no
keep
bounds.
saying that I hope someday my DNA will be diluted out of my grandkids,
Yeah.
but so far not with this lot. They're a lot like the old man.
We
so.
shall see. So yeah,
Well,
lots
fun.
of amazing, talent here in our city. Oh, speaking of talent in our city,
Yeah?
in our area, a Madison resident won the golden ticket on Sunday night.
American Idol?
I'm going to jump right into
Jump
that.
right into that.
Yeah. So
'Cause I have great respect for people with talent.
Oh, me too.
I've never had a lick myself, other than the fact that I can recall old TV shows nobody's ever heard of.
You really can. Obscure trivia.
Who is
I would
Jethro
say that's your
Bodine?
talent.
Go ahead.
Okay, a Madison, Alabama singer got the golden ticket on Sunday's American Idol.
Wow.
You know what I did not write down? His last name is Knox. What's his first name?
Is it David? Johnny?
We're good. It's Johnny Knox.
Is it Johnny Knox?
I read the whole article, and yet I did not write down his name.
You know what? I'm just proud
That's
of you
okay.
for reading the article.
Yeah.
Normally what happens on this show is Kim sends me all these links.
I do.
Hey, let's talk about this on the show.
Yeah.
She doesn't read them.
Well, I'm like shiny object
And so
here, shiny object.
I call them up. She's trying to read them off the screen. She's
Yeah.
blind as a bat.
I am. That's
Anyway.
all true.
So young Johnny Knox got
Yeah,
the golden
he
ticket.
attended Westminster Christian Academy
Wow.
in Madison.
Well, you know he's not related to me.
And the article says that he started out singing in church. He also sang at his sister's wedding. He began
Wow.
writing every day since the age of 19. He said his early influences, I thought this was cute, were Coldplay,
His early influences from 2015.
The
Yeah,
Killers,
that is cute.
and Steely Dan.
Wow.
Which we all do love Steely Dan, of course. have
You
to
know
love
who Steely Dan is?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, the level of talent, and I say this all, Melissa and I talk about this all the time because she loves American Idol, The Voice. The best singers in the world, you'll never hear from. They're living in little old Madison, Alabama, but every now and
Absolutely.
then one slips through and gets on
One
these
slips
shows.
through. He was in a hotel room, and a maid was cleaning his hotel room and said, "You should audition for American Idol." And he did.
Was he? I'm assuming he was singing in the hotel
He
room.
was. I'm going to assume that he was singing as well. So his first
Wow.
audition was over Zoom. Then, of course, he had judges Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie.
Who's from?
Lionel from Tuskegee.
Alabama.
I have a funny little Lionel Richie story.
Let's hear it.
So
I'm amazed you know who he is.
So my best friend was at a hair salon in New York City,
Okay.
getting her hair done, and said that she was from Alabama. And the lady said, "Oh, I know someone who's in a little band from Alabama." And she said, "Well, who is it?" And she said, "Well, you may not have heard of him. His name is Lionel Richie."
with the Commodores
A little
at
band.
the time. Yeah.
A little band.
How
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It's a small world,
Mhm.
isn't it? So, well, that's very cool. I'm very happy for him. I think Chelsea's husband, Ammon, his sister tried out for American Idol.
Oh, really?
And she's amazing. I mean, you hear this girl sing, and now she didn't make it through, and you hear her sing, and you go, how could she not have made it through?
Well,
Because I think a lot of it has to do with the mood of those judges.
the mood. And
You know.
sometimes people get nervous on stage. Maybe
Well,
they
they
don't
do,
deliver
yeah.
their best
Like
performance.
us. Our knees are a knocking.
We get so shy up here.
Well, I watched that. Do you know who Adam Lambert is?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was a documentary, a special about him singing for Queen. And he was talking about his time on American Idol. He didn't win. He came in second on American Idol. And it was good that he didn't, because his career would have had to take a very different path.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
Sometimes that's just how things work
there are
out.
so many talented people in the world. And
Yeah. Yeah.
again, I'm not one. That's very cool, though. I like it when we have a local connection to something like that.
Absolutely. And his song Falling Over You has 1.5 million streams on Spotify.
Wow.
Are you a
that's good.
Spotify guy, or are you an Apple Music guy? 'Cause
I'm-
I feel like
I'm
there's
a-
two teams.
I'm a Sirius XM guy.
Really?
Yeah.
But you don't
yeah.
listen to music on your phone?
I don't really. Honestly, the only time I listen to music is when I'm in the gym. You know, lifting heavy things for no reason.
like every day.
Every day,
Every
fine.
day.
Well, somebody's got to, I got grandkids to pick up. But
I hear ya.
no, that's the only time. And honestly, I listen to oldies. I could
Okay.
not, I could not name you a Beyonce song. I know, But like with the what's her name, Rhiannon? What's her name?
Rihanna. Rhiannon, I think, is
a Stevie
Nicks
Nicks, who I saw.
You did.
Have you noticed how I get that Stevie Nicks in every
it's like
show?
you met and like had a date with Stevie at that
I
point.
was 12 feet away from her while she was spinning slowly. But when Rihanna did the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm like, who is she? So I'm not up on the
You're
culture.
a little bit out of touch.
I'm a lot out of touch.
Yeah,
So
but
the
if
music
it's like
that I
James
listen
Taylor or Steely Dan,
to, who I'm going to see,
Yeah,
James Taylor here
there you
in
go.
June. Yeah, I know the old music. It's really, I guess it's sad in a way. Most days I can't remember where I put my car keys, but I know every lyric to every James Taylor song ever written.
Well, you can remember more if it's based in music, though. Did you know
Where
that?
are my car keys? Where are my car keys? I don't know.
They're in the fridge.
They're in the That's really good. So,
Yeah.
but that's good. That's good. You know, he's not the first Alabama boy to be on Idol, though. There was Ruben Stoddard
Ruben Studdard.
from Birmingham, and then was it Bo Bice?
Oh, yeah, I think that's right.
And then there was some
I
other,
don't actually remember, but yeah.
Alabama has a lot of connections to things.
We do. We have a lot of talent
Yeah,
in Alabama.
we do. Speaking of, we have a little basketball team here. Did you know that?
We do have a little basketball team.
Alabama, University of Alabama basketball is in the Sweet 16.
Ooh,
Do you know what that is, Kim? She has no clue.
I was going to pretend like I did by just nodding and saying, "Oh, that sounds nice."
She thinks it's a high school dance.
I don't know anything about sports. I really don't.
The Sweet 16 is like once a year, all these college basketball teams come together, and I don't remember how many there are, but there's like a week worth of play, and they whittle it down until the final 16 teams who are going to compete for the trophy.
Oh, okay.
That's the Sweet
That sounds
16. Molly Ringwald is not involved. Do you know who that is?
I love Molly Ringwald.
16 Candles.
16 Candles, Pretty in Pink.
I'm going to test you.
Breakfast Club.
There you go.
See, this is my genre we're talking about here.
Because you were 16 when that movie came out.
Yeah, about.
But yeah, the Alabama basketball men's team is advancing to the Sweet 16, first time since 1991.
Wow.
Now, we are known for what here in Alabama? Football, Bear Bryant, the whole 9 yards, Nick Saban. So we've got a basketball team there at Alabama,
cool.
and even though they're really good, they haven't made much headway in the national championships. Well, they are in the Sweet 16. They're 2 games away from being in the Final Four.
Yay.
The Final Four would be the last 4 teams.
Ooh, that's smart. Good math. Good math there.
They used to call them the Funky Four.
No, they didn't.
I swear. Let's see. In the Sweet 16, Bama will take on San Diego State, the Aztecs of the Mountain West Conference. They have a 29-6 record. They won the Mountain West regular season with a 15-3 record. Anyway, there are several SEC teams. You know what SEC stands for?
Yes, I do. Southeastern Conference.
You redeemed yourself.
Give that girl a
Arkansas
prize.
and Tennessee are both in there, as well as Alabama. So there is a chance that the next time we meet, we will be talking either about the champions of Alabama and we're not.
Okay, well that's exciting. And you know the Trash Pandas get started pretty soon. Trash Pandas get started, I think April the 8th, something like that.
I think so too. They just had a big job fair out there, hiring a bunch of people. Speaking of job fairs, if we want to jump into some things going on around, the Mazda Toyota Manufacturing and Team One partners are hosting a job fair on April 1. You know, one of the things that we have here now is all of this automotive manufacturing coming here. We've got Mazda, we've got Hyundai, or Hyundai, as my wife says it. But one thing that people may not know is when these manufacturing plants come in here, they create an entire cottage industry of other businesses who support that. And that's what this is. April 1st, Toyota or Mazda Toyota and Team One partners will hold a joint Team One job fair. It's going to be at the Marriott at the Space and Rocket Center here from 7:30 until 11:30. The event will be a great opportunity for attendees to learn more about MTM, which is Mazda Toyota, not Mary Tyler Moore. Do you remember Mary Tyler Moore?
Yeah, I know the show. This is like TV trivia for Kim
This
today.
is going to be a great game, yeah. Anyway, currently, get this, they have 700 job openings
Wow.
at Toyota or among their partners. And they're all well-paying, got wages, benefits, shifts, different shifts, and that sort of thing. So anyone looking for a career in manufacturing, and it's a good paying career,
Yeah,
might want to
absolutely.
check that out. It's April 1st at the Space and Rocket Center.
That's exciting.
I think that's very exciting. So what else have you got going on?
Well, I have something very exciting that I wanted to mention. It's
Can't
about
wait.
taxes.
I can't wait. Oh, taxes?
I mean, tax day is coming up, and I read this little article on AL.com. Now, did you know that Alabama has a 4% state tax rate, and that's tied for the 7th lowest in the nation? I think that's pretty exciting.
I did know that.
But it does have a high average local tax rate, but its combined sales tax rate means that it's 9.25%, which is the 4th highest in the nation.
Yeah.
But the property tax in Alabama ranks number 49 out of 50. So I feel like overall, that's a win.
It is a total win. One of the questions we get a lot from people looking to relocate here is what are your property taxes?
Right.
Because they can figure a big chunk of your monthly payment, and I think we're 49th. 49th lowest. But you get people coming from like New Jersey, Arizona, California, that have these, I mean, massive property taxes.
Yeah.
And it makes a very big difference. So, yeah, with the sales tax, we have a state tax, and then you always have a county tax and a city tax. And it does add up, but hopefully those tax dollars are going to good use.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's talk about, what about Rocket City e-bikes?
What is an e-bike, Kim?
I have no idea, but it sounds exciting.
I just almost went like this. An e-bike,
Well,
Kim,
an e-bike
it's an
just
electric
means,
bike.
it just means
pull it.
that you don't have to pedal, right?
You
do have to pedal, but
you
it's
do-
powered by electricity.
Correct. What you're doing as you're pedaling is you're actually powering the bike, so it'll actually go without you pedaling. It's
Is
kind
it-
of like my car.
It's like a hybrid bike.
It's kind of like a
Why don't
hybrid
they call
bike.
it a hybrid bike?
Well, because e-bike sounds better.
It does. Okay, I like
Yes,
that. I
than
like
a
that.
hybrid bike.
Yeah, so
But
it's a new
they're-
place called
yep.
Rocket City e-bikes, and I looked up their rates, and I feel like it's kind of cool. For a half day, it's $60.
Okay.
A full day, you can use the bike for $85, or you can do an hourly rate of $20 per hour. They're also going to do spring bike tours around the city.
That is
Like
so
a guided
cool.
bike tour.
So I assume these bikes, if we're looking at the picture, which I'll put up here, this is Big Spring. Hey, look, there's the building that's
Hey!
that good old Regions building. That's pretty cool. So you can rent one of these and you can just do right around downtown. It's very cool. There's also a company that is looking to bring like little electric, they're not really buses, they're like mini buses for downtown as well.
Okay.
So that could be cool. But yes,
that's
I need an e-bike because I'm too lazy to pedal.
Well, I like them. They look kind of cool, and they have looks like the fatter tires, which I feel
They
like
got the
can go
fatter
over
tires.
rough
They got the big
yeah.
handlebars.
Yeah, they look cool.
Were you a big bike rider as a youngster?
No.
No?
No, I had like a 10-speed, that I would get my 10-speed out and go around the block, just looking cute on it. But I wasn't really like a biker.
Yeah, me neither. We lived like way out in the country. There was really nowhere to ride the bike.
Yeah.
Other than around the yard, and then the dogs would chase you. But
Yeah.
I like this. I'm going to have to check out the e-bike rental. We'll put a link, rocketcityebikes.com. So,
That's
hey, every week it seems like we talk about the Botanical Garden.
Well, because
One of
we
your
love
favorite
the
places.
Botanical Garden. Look, if you have younger kids, kids of any age really, but especially if you have younger kids, like the Botanical Garden is the go-to. I spent a lot of hours at the Botanical Garden because you can just kind of let the kids roam around. There's things to do there. So I think, if you're a mom, if you're a parent, you're in touch with the Botanical Garden.
It's very
for
cool.
sure.
Well, USA Today just announced the winners of its 10 Best Reader's Choice Award contest, including the results for the Best Botanical Garden category.
That's right.
And guess what? Huntsville Botanical Gardens made the list at number 6.
Yay! Good job, Botanical Garden.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive considering that is all over the entire
All
country.
over the country, that is really impressive.
Yeah,
Good job.
Let's see. Yeah, the top 10 list, we got Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Arkansas, and number 6 was good old Huntsville. So, and there's always something going on at
There
the
is.
Botanical Gardens.
They do lots of
check out
events.
this list. Yep. Ready to experience the wonder
Ooh.
of this award-winning garden. Landscape Design 101, if you want to learn how to do that.
That's fun.
Fairies in the garden.
Okay.
Sounds like my kind of
I'm
event.
not sure what that
We
means,
better,
but
might
could
want
be
to click
fun.
on that link.
Yeah.
Huntsville Symphony Orchestra at the garden. Did you know we've got a symphony orchestra here?
I did, yeah.
Are you a fan of the classical music?
I like a little classical music.
And you like a musical if your daughter's in it.
That's right. Especially if my daughter's in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You know, Melissa went and saw Aladdin
Hmm.
at the Civic Center and it was like the Disney traveling company.
Uh-huh.
She said it was just simply amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have great events here.
We do.
for
We have a
sure.
lot of events. Never been a big fan of musicals though, unless Elvis was in it.
Is that really a musical? Well, I mean,
It
I
is.
guess it
It is
is.
if you ask me.
I guess it is. I guess it is.
So kudos to the Botanical Garden. You need to go down and interview somebody from the Botanical
I
Garden.
really should. Yeah, we
I'm-
should do
yeah.
we should do a whole show from the Botanical Garden. There you go.
We'd be
a
like
whole
Regis and
show
Kelly out there with our
from-
sunglasses on.
Oh, remember when Regis and Kelly went to Disney and
Yeah,
things?
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's an idea. I like
You know.
that idea.
You know, you mentioned kids.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems with kids these days, Kim, is they have lousy manners.
Ooh, sometimes
Wonder
they
what
do.
we can do.
Well, Tim, I heard there is a new club in town,
Yeah?
and it's called Manners Club of the South. So it is making etiquette fun
Etiquette.
for kids. I don't know if that's even possible, but we'll give them the
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah.
So they are hosting, I think they are hosting at the Huntsville Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
They are teaching kids table manners, restaurant skills, how to do thank you notes, dress and grooming, and how to do introductions. Now, this one struck me because I think that people should know how to do introductions. And I'm going to reference a movie here for you.
Okay.
One you may not have seen because it's kind of a chick flick, but it's called Bridget Jones's Diary.
I have not watched Bridget Jones's Diary on purpose. I mean,
I bet it was
gotta
in the
draw
background
you gotta draw the
when
line
you were
somewhere.
walking around your house.
Melissa loves everything Bridget Jones.
I love it too, but in the movie she references, she's trying to do introductions and she's doing
Right.
a very poor job of it. But I think, it's important to know how to introduce people. I think it's a
Yeah.
lost art form.
Yeah. Well, you know what I have to do because I can't remember names is anytime Melissa and I are out and we run into someone, she knows that I'm not going to know their name.
Sure.
And so she jumps in.
Yeah.
I'm Melissa.
She's got your back.
Because I'll go, Mel, this is, and I do this with my hand. So they think I'm having a seizure. Let me go. So,
She already knows.
yeah, so this is pretty cool. So this is a business. Manners Club of the South. The two ladies
Yeah.
who are over this, Kelly Watson Butts and Susan Swanner Fortner, they look very mannerly.
They do.
Very mannerly.
They have their hands in their lap. It's a very ladylike thing to
Yeah.
do. Sit with your hands in your
Yeah.
lap.
So, but you know what? I mean, honestly, etiquette is a lost art.
Yeah, it is. I actually like the idea, and I think if kids can, learn manners and it can be fun, I think that's great. I looked up some of the top manners or things that you should do if you have manners. Not a shocking list.
Let's see if I know any of these.
Say please.
Please, okay.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Look people in the eye when you're speaking to them.
I do that. It makes them
Don't
nervous.
stare at them though. That's just creepy. You should apologize if you make a mistake. You should smile.
Pardon me.
You should smile. You should learn to make small talk.
Yeah, especially if you're in real
And-
estate.
Yeah, and you should always say, excuse me.
Pardon-moi.
Pardon moi, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Do they still make Grey Poupon?
Yeah, they do.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, I'm, I make fun of everything, but I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
What is it, the age, 9 to 12-year-olds? That's, you got to get them early.
Yeah.
Because
it's a
like
good age.
with Archer, my grandson Archer, who's he's 3-something, Warren is about 19, 20 months, they say please and thank you.
Sure.
Their dad and their mom is like, what do you say? Say thank you. Say yes. But then they'll also say, you go, what's the magic word? And they'll go, now.
Well,
taught
they
them
have
that.
a personality of their own.
They do.
But in the South, I think we value manners quite a bit. I mean, most kids, I think, at least in my generation, we would call someone like, they would say Mr. Tim or Miss Kim, things like that. And we say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. regardless.
Did you do the debutante ball and all that? You didn't do the white gloves?
Nope.
Yeah, I
Never had any gloves.
That's a little too fancy for my taste. But yeah, enrolling 9 to 12-year-olds. It's a 3-session program. Classes are 4 to 7 for 3 consecutive Sundays.
Nice.
So learn how to be nice and have table manners. That's one thing that my grandsons have a problem with. Warren especially thinks he has to put his feet on the table when he eats.
Oh boy. I think that the
Yeah.
manners ladies would say
No.
that's a no-no.
The manners lady would be calling me in. They go, look, we know you taught him all of this crap.
That's
but
funny.
Very good. Let's see, what else is going on that we need to talk about?
I think some new projects around here.
A lot of new projects popping up. Real quick, the real estate market, it's still the same. Things are starting to pick up though. We're seeing the prices have stabilized out. We are starting to see a lot of showings. We're actually seeing some multiple offers coming again.
Yeah, I've seen those too.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get back to where we were, where everything was so crazy, but I think we're just going to get back to a more balanced market. So one thing that I'm hearing a lot is the rent rates are going up.
Yeah, they are.
And that's going to be kind of difficult. And really, it's a supply and demand situation. We have so many folks moving here. If they can't find a place to buy, they're going to have to find a place to rent. And the more demand, the higher the rent prices. Say, did you hear Collie? Collie is one of our agents, was talking about an Uber trip. Did you know that Uber, the prices fluctuate based on demand?
Sure.
I've never done an Uber, right?
Sports, but I do know about Uber.
You know what? Combined, we know about some stuff.
If we put our heads together, we're like the Wonder Twins.
It's a wonder we're twins. Is what that is. So anyway, hey, one other thing that I had, the Huntsville International Airport partners with the FAA testing drone detection systems to protect airports. Did you hear about this?
I don't know anything about that.
Well, you know what a drone is.
I do.
All right, well, there's one.
Okay.
Let's see if we go for two. Because drones are becoming more prevalent and easy to get and easy to buy, the FAA, there's a real concern about drones flying near airports.
Oh, yeah.
Because they could really pose a danger.
Okay.
So the FAA, they prohibit drone flights over certain areas of airspace, and they are testing various detection systems at 5 airports around the country. Hartsfield, Atlanta, the busiest. Sure. Rickenbacker Airport in Columbus, Syracuse in New York, Seattle, and Huntsville International. So it's really cool that we get to be part of this. It's an 18-month study, and they are trying to figure out a way to detect these drones and prevent them from interfering with air flight.
I wonder what the result will be. Like, what will the answer be to keep the drones away?
I think they're going to have a lot of little rednecks on the ground with BB guns.
I was thinking more of like, you know how they have dogs to keep the birds off the runway?
Radar detecting dogs.
I mean, that's what I'd come up with if I was on the committee. I'd say, how about some dogs?
Well, you think about it, how are they going to prevent these drones from flying unless they have some way of actually jamming the drone and bringing it down?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that is what
Someone
it's going to
very
be.
smart will come up with something that we would never
Way smarter
think of.
than we is.
Way smarter.
Yeah, but anyway, it's very cool. So a lot going on. Do you have anything else?
I think that's it for me. We have an interview though.
We do. Tell us, who are we talking to?
We're talking to one of our newer agents. His name is Bob Jackson, and I talked to him a little earlier in the week. So,
very good.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, Bob has excellent manners.
He does have excellent manners.
Let's check it out.
Well, hey guys, it is Kim here with Revolved Realty, and today I'm with one of our rock star agents, Mr. Bob Jackson. Thanks for being with me today, Bob.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to jump right in, Bob. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, been in the Huntsville, Madison area for, I guess, going on 14 years now.
Okay.
Moved in here to work for a company called Madison, which is no longer here.
Okay.
That happened actually really shortly after I moved here.
Oh, that was a surprise then.
Surprise, yeah. Actually, turns out that I helped to sell the company.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know that was my assignment.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
I think the CEO did. Yeah. He didn't
Well,
share that.
it got you to Huntsville, though.
It got me to Huntsville.
It got you to Huntsville.
And so, the first move with my kids, I have triplet boys.
Wow.
I like to get that out there because that's always something we can talk about.
Absolutely. Tell me their names real quick.
Ben, Grant, and Will.
Okay, perfect.
And so they were in middle school, and
Okay.
moves can be kind of tough on kids around
Sure.
that age. This move went really well, so I
Okay.
didn't want to risk it again, and stayed in Huntsville.
Decided to stay.
Yeah.
And the rest is history?
And the rest is history. Went
Yeah.
from being an investor relations officer
Okay.
to being a defense contractor, consultant, and now real estate agent.
Well, it seems like you kind of transitioned well. I mean, when I hear the words consultant, for sure, I think, well, you're consulting real estate, so maybe that was kind of a natural fit.
Yeah, I think actually a lot of the skills that I picked up during my career translate very, very well.
Sure.
Sort of that consultant, let's fix a problem.
Yeah.
Let's not go out and cram you into a house that, isn't going to work for you. Let's fix and work the problem.
Right. I love that strategy because sometimes we put the cart before the horse. So let's find what you need, how you need it, when you need
Yep.
it. That way we create less problems for everyone, right?
Sure.
Absolutely. So how long have you been in Huntsville? You said
About 14 years now.
about 14
Yeah.
years. So you're almost a native at this point.
Almost a native. I finally had gotten, the smoking of the brisket down and pulled pork. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
slightly getting that Huntsville thing going on.
All right, you're going to have to bring us some of that smoked brisket. We like to eat around here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you've been with Revolve just a short time.
Yeah, what is it, like
A couple of
weeks,
months?
3
Oh,
weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really a
Yeah.
newcomer here. So what made you choose Revolve? Did you just do the research and kind of come on
Yeah,
board?
so the whole movement into real estate, I won't say it was a whim, but it was
Okay.
close.
Okay.
I literally woke up one morning. I'd been doing some real estate investing, looking around at different houses,
Okay.
looking to do flips.
Sure.
And I was like, why don't I just get my license? And so I teamed up with somebody that I knew who had helped my son buy
Okay.
his first house before I got my license.
Okay.
And, got a few closes under my belt. And then it just kind of felt like it wasn't a good fit there for me.
Sure.
I think you need to be kind of with like-minded people.
Absolutely.
And so this was sort of, going around in the back of my head. And then I dug up one of Tim's emails and
Okay. Give him a
I
call.
so I have to say the first thing I did was run the numbers and determined that, I left a fair amount on the table
Okay.
at my old broker. And then I met with Tim and, that like-mindedness kind of just hit. I mean,
Yeah.
Tim and I, we've both been successful at other things. We're both, I think we're of an age. And,
Sure.
I think there's a certain, I don't know.
So it just checked the boxes.
It just checked the boxes.
And it felt
yeah,
right.
and
And
it
I
felt
think
right.
that's important. If it feels right in your gut,
Yeah.
it checks the boxes that you're looking for. You know you're making a pretty good decision, right?
Right.
Absolutely. Well, we are thrilled that you chose us here at Revolved. And, we like to say that we're a team and a family here. We all try to work together. And I think that's probably, one of those things that drew you over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, tell everyone out there how they can reach you, Bob.
So I actually have a Nashville number because I used to consult for a company up in Nashville.
Okay.
So 615-545-2232 or
Okay.
bob@revolved.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you for taking a little bit of your time out of your day to talk to me, and we'll talk again.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Kim.
All right.
I told you Bob has excellent manners.
He does have excellent manners, and we are glad that he joined Revolve so he can bring a little of those manners over with
That's
him.
right. We said, please join us. And he said, thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name? All right, guys, I think that is going to do it. We appreciate you playing along. Hey, don't forget, if you need anything when it comes to real estate, whether you are looking to move here or you're already here, and you would like the assistance of the fastest growing little brokerage in town, that is Revolved Realty, she's an agent. She'll help you.
I am. It's amazing.
She's a celebrity agent.
I am a celebrity agent.
We're
but
going to hire somebody just to follow her around and
Don't worry.
document.
The paparazzi here will not bother us. Give me a call.
Promise me, yeah. So, all right, guys. Hey, appreciate you playing along. We love your comments, your questions. If you have suggestions for things that we would talk about on the show, drop them in the comments below. And until next time, I think that's it.
That's a wrap.
Thank you for watching. We hope you were pleased.
Goodbye.